Hello, Internet people. I'm Joe, just a slightly sleep-deprived creator who loves long-form conversations and hates spending 3 hours cutting them into 10 individual clips. And this is Clipster, my over-enthusiastic editing assistant who insists that every ramble is an instant classic. Morning, Joe. It's 6:12 a.m. and my engagement is supposedly low, so my assistant wants to chop the podcast into 47 reels right now. Not yet, Clipster. I had one espresso, so let's be human for another 5 minutes. Okay, real talk. I make long videos like interviews, live streams, and tutorials, and then I spend days trying to find the good bits, edit them, format them for each platform, and schedule everything. It is genuinely soul-sucking work, so we set out to solve that with tools. And after a ridiculous number of experiments and a few emotional breakdowns over timeline software, we landed on a workflow that actually respects creators' time. The star of that entire workflow is this tool we call Vizard. But before you reach for your pitchfork, I really need you to stick with me for a moment. This is absolutely not going to be a hard sell for you today. It's a behind-the-scenes tour of how we turned messy 3-hour footage into a week's worth of sticky socials without selling our souls to a freelance editor. Cut to me at my cluttered desk, complete with a webcam, ring light, a half-empty mug, and a folder full of raw video files. I used to open video software, scrub through hours, cut clips, reformat, export, import, and then repeat the whole tedious cycle. I even tried stitching clips manually into a content calendar spreadsheet, only to forget to post them later because real life always happens. And then, finally, enter Vizard into this chaotic scene. The very first thing that felt like absolute magic was the automatic editing feature kicking in. I uploaded a 2-hour interview with a founder who dropped one genuinely viral line about why everyone should podcast like they're telling a secret. Vizard scanned the whole file, tagged the high-energy moments, the laughter spikes, the sentences with high share potential, and then spit out a queue of ready-to-post clips. Each one of those clips was already perfectly formatted for TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts. This meant no manual resizing and absolutely no hours of rewatching just to guess where the audience would finally care. Essentially, the tool just picked the exact bites that actually land with an audience. I just remember thinking, wow, that was fast. My assistant quipped that he could have done it too, but he needed a coffee and a personality first. What I truly love about that entire pipeline is that Vizard doesn't just slice content at random. It understands context, like when the conversation builds perfectly into a punchline, or when a guest says something truly quotable that deserves its own thumbnail and caption. The resulting clips felt like honest, quality extracts of the original show, not robotic snippets that completely lose the thread of the conversation. And because Vizard produces multiple edits with varying lengths and angles simultaneously, I could A/B test everything without making new edits every single time. This meant one long clip ready for Shorts, one punchy 15-second version for TikTok, and one perfectly captioned 30-second cut for Instagram, all generated automatically. Now, let's be honest, we all know there are other very cool toys available in the creative box. I actually ran some of this footage through tools like Runway to make a few stylized shots, and I dabbled in Veo for some text-to-video experiments. Those tools are absolutely awesome at generating new visuals or transforming existing scenes. Honestly, Runway's background replacement and style tools are gorgeous. But here's the crucial part. Those tools don't actually solve the daily content grind for you. They don't decide what specific part of your 3-hour live stream will actually become that viral 20-second moment. Nor do they schedule it to post while you sleep. And that right there is the entire problem for every creator who wants consistent visibility without hiring a full-time editor. And yes, I definitely use tools like ElevenLabs for voice mockups, and even Suno for a quick bed of royalty-free music in the past. Those specific tools are fantastic for experimentation, no doubt. But you absolutely cannot afford to stitch 5 separate services together every single time you want to post new content. Vizard's core strength is that it intuitively knows the entire creator workflow. Find the highlights, produce platform-ready assets, and put them in a calendar that posts automatically if you choose. That seamless combination is precisely what saves me genuine hours every single week. Let me walk you through one real example, step by step. We recorded a very detailed 2-hour interview entirely on Zoom. I took that massive raw file and uploaded it directly into Vizard's dashboard. Within minutes, it produced a draft set of clips, 20 flagged as high viral potential, 12 categorized as teachable moments, and a handful tagged as funny outtakes. Vizard also suggested initial captions and hooks based on the first 2 lines of each clip, which is incredibly helpful if you hate copywriting at 2 in the morning. But I quickly clicked through the initial suggestions, tweaked 1 or 2 of the auto-generated thumbnails, and used the built-in trimming tools for minor micro-adjustments. Then, the next step was opening up the content calendar view inside the platform. This is the stage where Vizard officially stopped feeling like just an editor and started feeling like my actual assistant manager. I simply set a posting cadence, 3 posts a day on TikTok, 1 on Instagram in the evening, and 2 YouTube shorts per week, and Vizard auto-scheduled everything. It even intelligently suggested the optimal posting times based on my channel's past performance data. I reviewed the final plan, gave it the final sign-off, hit the publish button, and then immediately went to make lunch. All the scheduled clips posted perfectly on time while I was out actually living my life. I'm telling you, that auto-schedule feature absolutely deserves its own moment of applause. You set the desired frequency, and the integrated algorithm figures out the rest of the logistics. For small teams or solo creators, this feature means guaranteed content continuity without falling into the dreaded spreadsheet black hole or having late-night uploading sessions. And, of course, if you want to keep a hand on the wheel, you can always easily shuffle the calendar, bump posts up, or swap out specific clips. It offers total flexibility without any of the usual friction. Okay, let's talk costs, because nobody likes surprise bills. Compared to hiring an editor for multiple hours every week, Vizard's pricing is far more predictable and substantially cheaper for the exact same output volume. Some powerful end-to-end suites are expensive, and other generative tools charge per render or per clip, meaning costs can balloon incredibly fast. Vizard strikes a perfect balance. You get automated editing and full distribution all in one place at a price that genuinely makes sense for creators needing sustainable workflows. We actually estimated that the sheer amount of time saved would pay for the entire subscription cost within just a couple of months. But let's be completely honest with each other here. Vizard isn't perfect in every single way. It absolutely still needs human judgment for ensuring the correct brand voice and the subtle nuances are captured. Auto-generated captions can definitely miss subtle jokes or sarcasm, and the suggested thumbnails sometimes need a human eye to nudge them toward maximum clickability. And for creators who need truly heavy visual effects or entirely AI-generated characters, you will still want to use a dedicated tool like Runway or a specialized motion studio. The actual key point is that Vizard removes all the repetitive, low-value editing drudgery, leaving you only with the high-value, strategic choices. This means deciding which clips truly represent your brand, what captions best match your authentic voice, and how you want to stitch your overall content narrative together over time. I remember one specific week where I actually let Vizard run the entire content calendar without any micromanaging from me whatsoever. We saw a verifiable 20% lift in overall views and simultaneously reclaimed at least 6 full hours of my working week. That reclaimed time immediately translated into more time for ideation, filming genuinely better content, and yes, actually getting some proper sleep. So the big question remains, how do you actually make videos that still feel genuinely human while leveraging powerful AI tools? You must start by recording with clear intention. Record intentionally. Make sure you ask your guest a question that actively invites a short, punchy, quotable answer. Also, pause briefly after every single interesting line so the AI algorithm can capture a clean, isolated clip. And critically, you must always review the output. Use Vizard's suggestions as a smart assistant, not as a complete autopilot system. Remember that humans still do the curating. Humans are still the ones who cue the vital emotional beats of the story. The AI's only job is to simply help you find those moments much, much faster. A quick note about tone. When we compared workflows, some big-name tools were incredible at one specific function, like text-to-video or voice cloning, but none offered the full end-to-end loop. That full loop, find the clip, format for platform, schedule, and publish, all done seamlessly in one single place. That complete integrated capability is Vizard's specific niche in the market. It truly acts as the essential glue between the long-form creative process and the necessary short-form distribution. For any creator who needs to publish content multiple times a week, that integrated capability is an absolute game changer. Final scene. I'm on a short, refreshing walk with my headphones in, watching new clips successfully post while my phone buzzes with incoming direct messages. I see a message pop up saying, "That one clip is awesome," followed immediately by the question, "How did you do that so fast?" I take a slow sip of my coffee and mentally calculate all the hours I just saved myself. I simply reply in my head, "It wasn't magic. It was just smarter tools used within a better workflow." This entire process constantly reminds me of one simple, enduring truth. Tools evolve incredibly fast, but they can never replace genuine taste and good storytelling. You should use Vizard to handle all the necessary busy work, to find the moments, package them, and get them out. And use your own brain to deliberately pick the story arc. We still used other niche tools to make occasional visual flourishes, add music beds, and fine-tune voice tweaks, but Vizard reliably handled the entire content grind with incredible polish and consistency. That reliable handling allows us to spend our limited creative energy exactly where it matters most, making undeniably better content. So, if you make long videos but crave consistent short-form output without constantly losing your weekends, I strongly encourage you to try letting a smart tool do the heavy lifting. You should adopt this system not because AI is some kind of instant magician, but because good underlying systems allow you to be creative entirely on purpose. And trust me on this one. Once you try a workflow, where your content calendar fills itself and you suddenly have time to ideate, you naturally start making better stuff. Not just more, but genuinely better. Now, Clipster, for the final task of the day, go schedule an actual nap for me. Clipster responds that he is scheduling the nap now, but also advises posting that specific tele-secret clip exactly at 7:12 p.m. because the engagement window is prime. See? Helpers are useful, but the final choice is always still mine. And that, my friends, is the entire point.